we have every right to believe that being gay is okay, just as much as straight people have a right to say that it's not okay.
Um, well, people talk about gays getting bullied, and I just don't understand why that would happen, because they're just normal people. They have rights like everybody else. They don't deserve to get pushed around and beat up like anybody else.
So I think gay rights are important because everyone is created equal and you can't choose who you fall in love with. Gay marriage should be legalized because people deserve to be married who they want, and they shouldn't have to be judged because they're gay or lesbian or bisexual. They have the right to choose who they want to marry, and everyone is born with that choice, and no one should have to have that taken away from them.
Gay marriage is also important. Gay people have a right to marriage. They need to have a right to marriage. We don't own the right to be married. It's everybody's right. It should be a law that everyone can get married. No one can stop someone else from falling in love. I mean, people fall in love. You can't stop it. They should be able to get married when they fall in love. And I mean, they need to have that right everywhere. We shouldn't just divide up the country for places where gay people can get married and places where gay people can't get married, because everyone else can be happy anywhere they want to. Gay people should be able to be happy in any part of the states that they want to live. They should be able to get married where they want to get married, and be happy where they want to be happy, and not be afraid of being bullied where they want to live.
I believe gay marriage should be allowed because everybody should be equal in the U.S., that we, as people, we shouldn't push our own beliefs onto other people, because really, it's not going to hurt you if they get married, and two, and it's just not fair to them, because they're people too, and they deserve every right we get, and it just really isn't fair to them. It's like, would it be fair if some people get to have cupcakes and you don't, just because you believe in something? It's kind of like that. You kind of have to compare it to other things in order for you to understand it. So I believe it should be legalized, because they're just people. They're not going to hurt anything. They're not doing anything wrong. Plus, they should be able to do whatever they want with their life. And if that's what makes them happy, why should people stop them from doing what they want to do or to be happy?
Important because, I mean, why do we say it's wrong? Because we dislike it, because we think it's weird? It's not like they're stealing something or they're murdering something where it's like, okay, you're hurting another person. It's like they're in love. Okay, a lot of people think that's weird, so we're gonna outlaw it. That doesn't make sense. I mean, it's like you can dislike something, you can disagree with something, but why make it illegal? Why make it bad? Why put it under this kind of when you think of people going to prison, you think of people going to prison for bad things, not for different things. I mean, how can we say we stand up for everyone when somebody different comes and we say, well, you're wrong, not because you're hurting anybody, not for any rational reason, but because we're uncomfortable with it? That doesn't make sense, and that isn't okay. I mean, if we follow that logic, we should still be under the British Empire, because, democracy. It's a weird idea. People think they can hold power in their own hands. That's madness. I mean, no king? These guys are crazy. They're weird. I mean, and, civil rights, again. Well, the skin of their color is different. So, we don't like that. So, you can have this small portion and have worse facilities and just be treated generally worse than everyone else in society. That's fine. It's just because you're different. That isn't wrong at all.
Being female or black or poor, whatever that got you disqualified, we got rid of all that stuff. Now it's they're trying to take away rights from another group, and we can't do that either. If we can't do that, it's just I feel like if they're going to be taking away our rights, then why did they give those other people the rights?
We can't say we're a nation of the people until we can say, like, we judge people to a fair standard. If we judge people because they're, like, I can say that if you have tattoos all over your body, you're a little weird. I cannot say, though, that, like, if you come into school with me and take class with me and sit by me, oh, you know what, you should go to jail. You're not supposed to be in school. You're too weird for school. I mean, that's not, I mean, well, I guess the only issue with that is it'd be distracting, but that's besides the point. It's like to say because he has lots of tattoos, he's bad. That's wrong.
If anybody ever cites the Bible at you, in fact, it only ever says being gay is bad once, and all it really says is that a man to lie with a man as he would with a woman is a sin. Pretty sure that just logistically it's impossible, which is why it's a sin or whatever. And that's also in the book that says shellfish and beards are sins. So, you know.
I think gay people should be allowed to do what they want. I mean, who are we to tell them how to live their life or what to do? They're not trying to criticize us. They're just trying to be happy and live their lives as humans. We can't really do anything about it. I mean, just to treat them right and to treat them as our equals.
I think that gay marriage should be allowed because two people should be allowed to be together. And, you know, even if you don't think marriage is for two gay people, if they are Christian, then it means that they have to live in sin or they can never express physical love for each other. And I don't think you have the right to dictate how other people live their lives. Gay marriage should be allowed because we're taught that God loves everyone and that we should have the right to love each other. You should have the right to love whoever you want, and you have no choice whether you're gay or not. Love who you want to and love openly and freely without fear.
Another thing is that a man and a woman can also have a marriage, but so that doesn't mean that a man and a man also can't have a marriage. I mean, they can love each other as much as any other pair or couple, and they could even have children if they want. Like, who's to say that they can't have kids if that's what really makes them happy? Isn't that what the pursuit of happiness is all about?
Being legalized because gay people have all the rights and opinions that everyone else does. They're not any different from you or me. If someone were to say that you couldn't marry the person that you loved, how would you feel about that? If someone said that straight couples couldn't marry, that would be the equivalent. I mean, we already have a population problem too, so why not? They're not going to be creating a whole bunch of babies.
I think gay marriage should be legalized because everyone should be allowed to be with who they want to be. And honestly, people don't vote on our ability to be married, so they shouldn't either. They're no different than us just because of who they choose to love. So yeah, they should be allowed to be married because there's nothing wrong with it. Anyone who believes that is just, they need to look at their thoughts again.